Hey folks, it's Mike. What I have here is the arm to a post hole digger, 3-point hitch post hole digger. I was putting up a fence last year, and I got caught under a rock ledge or under a root, and it bent right, well, right here. Here's where the pin was in, and it bent the arm, as you can probably tell by the curvature. And the reason for that is, when you think about it, the holes are going through this main beam. Other manufacturers, they put a piece of flat steel, kind of like much thicker than this and wider, but it would go on the bottom here like this, and then the holes would go through this steel instead of the pipe. That's a much better design than through here. It just weakens the whole structure. So what I decided to do instead, and I got this idea from my brother-in-law, is to weld a piece of pipe underneath where it bent, and I've got that welded on some flat stock here, and I'm putting some angle iron I had laying around from an old bed rail. I'm going to mount that under here just to give it some more support and just weld it around. This is what I call it's arc welding, but I think it's more amateur arc welding. It's sneeze welding. It looks like somebody sneezed all over it. It's just not it should hold up, but as you can tell, it's not very smooth or anything else like that, but I think it'll hold up. That's about it. After I get it done, I'll try it out and I'll record that as well. But like I said, if you're looking for a post hole digger, 3-point post hole digger, don't get the ones with the holes going through the main beam. It just weakens the whole structure. Get the one with the metal that goes on the bottom and has the holes in that instead. And if you do happen to have one like this, you should probably take it to a welder and have support, some support steel put on the top or maybe on the bottom as well, just so it won't bend on you, because it doesn't take much at all to bend it when it's designed like this. So that's a scoop. I'll record it after I get it put together and we'll see how it works. The other thing too is it not only bent over here, but it also creased it this way a little bit too. I think it's good enough for putting up fences, wood fences and stuff like that. So anyway, I'll record it once I get everything done. So I just finished the welding on it. Something to point out, this is actually very dangerous to do. You know, I've got safety glasses on because sometimes the slag will bounce back, hit the face shield, and go behind the face mask. So I got safety glasses on, and that's a special helmet for arc welding or stick welding. It's got a very dark shield on it. Otherwise, in a matter of seconds, you'll blind yourself. That's how bright the arc is when you're welding. Like I said, I am absolutely no expert on this, so do your own research. And be very careful. It's extremely high current you're working with. So I just finished the weld, and well, it should hold up, I hope. Like I said, I'm no expert. I weld maybe 2 or 3 times over the summer doing different things that break. As you can tell, it's not certainly no professional, that's for sure. But I think it'll hold up good enough. And you can, well, it's kind of hard to tell, but it's actually bent a little bit to one side. But I think it'll. Hi, Mike again. I just wanted to point out a couple of things. I've got the post hole digger hooked up again, and just a couple of things to point out on this. So as I was saying before, a design flaw. The hole should not be going through this beam. other models have a piece of steel at the bottom and the holes go through that steel. Doing it this way makes it weak, and that's why this bent. Anyway, the welding's done. I'm going to go out and try it right now. I want to point out a couple of things on this. On the auger bit, I did about, putting up a fence last year, about 40 or 45 holes with it. And about every, and it's rocky soil, about every 5 or 6 holes or so, these teeth are replaceable. You get them at Tractor Supply. And instead of replacing them, I would just use a grinder and sharpen them up. And then it would start digging again. I did that, and at the bottom of the auger bit, there's one of these drilling points at the very bottom there. And you know, as this hits stone, the tip dulls out. So I just do the same thing with these. I just sharpen it up with a grinder. Then it would start digging fine again, probably for another 5 or 6 holes, instead of keep buying new teeth on it. But this is not, there's no pressure that goes down on it. It's just the weight of the post hole digger itself, and the teeth are really what makes it grab into the dirt and dig down. So, all right, we're gonna go try it now. So, looks like it's working fine. They hit a big rock down there at the bottom. So something else to point out is when its PTO is running, I pretty much stay pretty far away from this thing, because with it spinning, if it catches even a piece of your clothing, it'll just pull you right in and probably rip your arm or leg off. So I pretty much just stay far away from it while it's running. Looks like the weld is holding up fine. The other thing I did too, I don't know if it's on this particular bit. Oh yeah, here it is. This one hit a rock shelf underneath, and it bent this up, and I couldn't hammer it down because it was like spring steel. So I just cut it off with a cutoff wheel on a grinder, and then I just flattened it out, and it dug out probably another 20 or 30 holes just like that. So doing that kind of stuff is fine. That's about it. Seems to be working fine. Thanks for watching. Oh, something else I wanted to mention. This is difficult to hook up to the 3-point, just because of the weight in the back here and how it's just awkward. So what I did was, and if you lay it on the ground, the gear oil will probably leak out of the top here. So what I did was, I used a post hole digger, and I put a hole in on this here and a hole over here, and then I just used 2 tree limbs that had a Y in it, there and here, and then I just put this log going across to hold the post hole digger upright, and then I could just disconnect the 3-point and it still stays upright, and it's easier for me to hook up. All right, thanks, bye.